Hey guys, welcome back today. So I figured that I would go ahead and sit down and just kind of do a fun little chit chat, get ready with me today. I'm not really doing much. I've already run some errands without makeup. I know, shocker. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys some things that I'm trying out and also show you some of my new favorites and my go-to look right now with a few, I guess, MAC singles. And the names of them are kind of funny. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. I am using right now, well, I'm testing it out. I don't know how much I like it. It's the It Cosmetics CC Matte, and I have it in light medium. So I've been kind of testing it out. I tested it out on a brush, with a brush, and that's about the only way I've tested it so far. I feel like a beauty blender would probably be a better way for me to blend this in, but I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to wear it and everything, but the coverage is really good on these CC creams from It Cosmetics. I really like the regular CC cream from them, and I'm not necessarily like a person that seeks out matte foundations. I like more of a natural look. I don't, you know, more in the middle as opposed to the ultra mattes or, you know, the ultra luminous slash glowy. I'll wear a glowy foundation. I don't care. I don't really have a preference, but I thought that I would try this out because I know that there are a lot of people out there that like a matte look in their foundations. And I mean, I wouldn't really call this a foundation. I think it covers really well, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I think it's medium, and I think you can build it up. The problem that I'm noticing that I'm having with it is that it does settle like into my lines here. Like it'll settle pretty bad, and I don't like that. That's why I'm testing it out today with my Morphe M439 just to see what it does with this. The last time I used it with the brush that it came with, which wasn't very dense, not dense like this one for sure. So we'll see how it wears now. I feel like the coverage is a little bit better with this, with the Morphe brush, than it is with the It Cosmetics brush that I got. Let's see, it's not even, I don't even have it in like my main brush set over here because I didn't really like it. If y'all can hear my dog barking, I'm sorry. She has a mind of her own. Okay. So there's that. Let me tell you, it's been like such a crazy day around here. I'm sweating like crazy. It's so hot, and I had to go run some errands, which, you know, with two little kids, well, little, my daughter's 11 and my son's 2, but running errands with a 2-year-old can just, it can, if y'all are moms, you completely understand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to conceal with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and I'm wearing it in C2. This is what it looks like. It's a drugstore product, so you can find it at Ulta. Well, drugstore price. You can't find it at the drugstore, but you can find it at Ulta. And I don't remember how much this cost, but I like it. Some people say that it's a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know. I'm not good at the whole like dupe thing. If you get my drift, like, I don't know. I don't know how to compare stuff like that. I just like to put on makeup, so I film it for you guys. That's probably something I should probably get better at if I want to continue doing YouTube, but I don't know. That's just not my thing. I don't know how to do like dupes, but I feel like it has really good coverage. I like it a lot. One of the things I think that a lot of women might possibly say, oh, I don't like that, or it didn't cover well, or whatever, is like they're not finding the right shade. I know that when I got this the first time I didn't get the right shade, and I kept wondering, like, why isn't it covering? Why is there no coverage? Well, because I didn't have the right shade. And that, it can be, you know, it's important to make sure you find the right shade that's gonna, you know, give you the coverage that you need. And usually under my eyes, I will do like a peach corrector, which my favorite is the LA Girl Pro, and it's in the color, let's see, what color is it? Yeah, just called Peach Corrector. I love this stuff. I swear by it. It's one of those products it's really thin, but it does cover and, you know, counteract that blue that we, you know, get right here in our little, under our eyes and stuff. And I like it. It does a really good job, but I always tend to cover it up with another like brightening concealer like I just used. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I've also been trying out this, what's it called? It's the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Airbrush Perfecting Powder. So it's a sheer to full coverage finishing veil is what it says, and it's SPF 50. I have mine in medium, and it's super soft. I'm just gonna use it today to set my under eye. I'm not really gonna go crazy on like a full coverage look with it all over the face. Typically I am a full coverage with powder, but when it's with the, you know, the heat right now, it's so hot where I live. And so I've just been trying to do as minimal as possible because it ends up getting sweat off anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. But this powder, I've only used it, this is the second time I've used it. And I feel like It Cosmetics really does have some good, they've got a good powder range. I've never tried the foundation, but I like this a lot. I feel like it gives me a really smooth finish. And you know, it helps set the under eye concealer, which I always have to set my under eye concealer because I have, excuse me, my nose, I have really fine lines. So I have to set my under eye concealer. Okay, before we go any further, I'm going to put on some Sarah Happ Lip Slip. Just kind of get my lips prepped for whatever lip product I choose to use today. More than likely it'll be a matte lipstick because that's what I gravitate towards. Alright, so next I'm going to do some bronzer and blush, and this is actually the NARS. It's the teeny tiny NARS duo of Laguna and Orgasm. And I bought this just at the counter at Sephora because I really wanted to try, you know, it out, see how it wears before I completely committed to full sizes. Does anybody else do that? Like, I'm gonna go little bitty and see, you know. And I'll tell you, I'm really liking both of them. The blush, the Orgasm, it's not as, how do I put this? It's not as like blush as I like. It's subtle to me, and I'm not a blush, like shimmery blush person. I prefer a matte blush just because I have a lot of texture and a lot of scarring. And so I like to minimize that as much as possible. And I feel like once you put a shimmer on your cheeks, it really can, you know, emphasize those areas, those problem areas that I tend to have. I always go down the neck with my bronzer, always. But yeah, it can emphasize that. So I was a little skeptical and a little scared at first, but I really do like it. I don't feel like the shimmer in it is so, you know, it's not like, whoa, shimmer glitter, you know, so it's okay that it's not really overemphasizing any of that, you know, those areas that I don't really want people to, you know, to be emphasized. So what have y'all been up to this summer? I feel like the summer has like flown by. My daughter goes back to school next week, and I'm just like, you know, they're telling, you know, I'm getting the emails from the school again, and I'm getting, you know, the text message reminders, and I'm just like, wow, like where did the summer go? I feel like it just escaped us so fast. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. Okay, and I have been on kind of a highlight kick lately, which is so different for me. I like a highlight. I don't feel like I can pull it off as well as a lot of people. But I bit the bullet and decided to buy, you're never gonna guess, I got the Makeup Revolution, the Peach Lights, which is kind of, how do I describe it? It's an iridescent pink. Sorry, I'm using like the wrong finger there to show you guys. It's an iridescent pink. I feel like with this one, you really have to be careful because it can look blue, which as you can see, you know, if you over apply it, obviously I just, you know, put a crap ton there on my hand. But what I have been obsessed with is, and I've never used a Becca product before, ever. This is my first Becca product, and it's the teeny tiny little sample size, which I feel like was perfect for me because I don't do a highlight. But this is in the Moonstone, and it's just gorgeous on the skin. My camera will focus. And I've been using a little brush like this. What is this? This is the Morphe M510 to highlight. And I just do it a little bit over my cheeks just like that. And then I'll take it up under the brow bone just to kind of get that out of the way. I'm not usually a brow bone highlight, but I feel like if it's already on the brush, why not? But I am loving, the color is so perfect. For my skin tone, I really, really like it. And I think that it's subtle enough that it really doesn't like overtake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that blinding strobe highlight that most people are trying to get. I don't want that because this is my problem area right here. So I feel like if, you know, I do emphasize that, like I was saying with the orgasm, with the blush, it can not look pleasant. So I like something that's more subtle. And then this is my favorite spot to highlight, right there on the tip of my nose. I feel like it can go a long way. Can really make your skin look, you know, like it's got that natural glow. I try to do it on the Cupid's bow. That area for me doesn't typically stay because I don't know, it just doesn't. And then I know this is probably a no-go for a lot of you, but I'll take my foundation brush that I used and just kind of smooth everything out. I mean, there's obviously no more foundation on it, but I'll do that and just kind of like, it will just seamlessly kind of blend everything together. All right. And you guys, I really don't like putting makeup on while I have earrings on because I feel like the makeup will get like, you know, in whatever studs I'm wearing, and then it can just get to be a mess. All right, so I'm gonna go pretty low key on my brows today. I'm gonna use the MAC brow set, and it's in the color Beguile. Is that how you say it? There it is. It's kind of got a, it's a little warmer than I prefer, but I bought it, so I'm gonna use it because I don't want it to go to waste. And this is, I consider myself a fairly lucky person when it comes to my brows because I feel like I have, you know, good brows that don't really need a whole lot of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They don't need a whole lot of drawing in, I guess is the best way to put it. I can just put like a brow gel like that in it and it will suffice for the day. And this has really, really, really good hold. I like it. I think I have the wrong color. This is a little too warm, in my opinion. I like a cooler tone brow. But I'll tell you, it holds superb. And it doesn't look, you know, chunky, I guess is the best way to put it. So, and this is like a easy go-to for me. I'm a typical pencil person, but some days I'm just like, okay, we're gonna go easy brows today because I need to get out the door. Okay, so I have a funny question to ask you guys. I was actually thinking about this last night, and I thought this would be something fun to ask because I don't know if everybody, you know, is like this. But if when you grew up and you had chores, yeah, I'm gonna put more blush on because that's just who I am. When you guys grew up and you had chores, okay, like, so like when I was growing up, my chores were I needed to load and unload the dishwasher, and then I had to vacuum our stairs. But those were like my standard every week chores that I was supposed to do. Do you guys hate doing those chores now? Like as an adult, are you like, this is like my least favorite thing to do? I mean, nobody loves to sit down and clean, you know, obviously. And if you do, great. Cleaning to me is like cleansing. Like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's very cathartic for me to like clean my house. Like if I'm going through some stress or whatever, I'll just, you know, start cleaning and it kind of takes my mind off things. But are you guys like that? Like, I hate vacuuming the stairs now that I'm a grown-up. I just can't freaking stand it. And then another thing that I was thinking about, which I think is funny, is like the thermostat. Were your parents weirdos about the thermostat when you were growing up? Like my dad was the only one in the house that could touch the thermostat when we were growing up. And now as a grown-up, I'm pushing those buttons. You know, if I'm hot, it's going down 3 degrees. Or if I'm, you know, cold, then it's going up 5 degrees. I mean, all day I'll just screw with it to get it perfect to what I want it to be. And I know somewhere when I'm pushing those buttons, my dad is cringing because he is one of those people that is just like a stickler. Like it's 75 degrees in their house all year round. Like they never touch the thermostat, and we were never allowed to as kids, obviously. So now that I'm a grown up, I'm like, this is my thermostat, my electric bill. Are you guys like that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if y'all, you know, do stuff like that, weird stuff like that. I think it would be fun to have that conversation because you know, it's just funny like how little things as you're growing up will, you know, make you the person that you are. Okay, so here's the shadow that I have been loving, and this was a random just purchase. I had to go to the MAC counter and buy a new bottle of MAC Fix Plus, and I was just kind of looking and snooping around at the shadows. And I'll tell you guys, like, I am a single shadow person. Like, this is my single shadows drawer, and this is my go-to on a daily basis. I rarely, like, pull out my palettes that are back here. It's a rare occurrence, unless I'm, like, going out or whatever. But I feel like you can do a really beautiful look with single shadows. I mean, obviously, why not? So I was at the MAC counter and I came across this, and one of the reasons I bought it was because of the name. Okay, let's see if my camera will focus. Do you see what it says? The name of the shadow is Ho. I just thought that's perfect. Like this is, it's just funny. I love MAC shadow names. And this is the color. I would call it a mauve-y. It's a matte, by the way. It's mauve-y, but it has a tinge of purple in it. To me, I have green, like greenish eyes. I have hazel eyes, and so that purples, pinks, those kinds of colors are what draw out those greens in my eyes. So I tend to gravitate towards the pinks and the purples and the warmer pinks and purples. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, like I have to have it. And let me show you what I do with it. So I take just a big, a regular like blending brush. Let me see what this is. This is the Morphe M433. And I literally will just put this in my crease. That's bottom line what I do with it. And I'm just like so crazy about this color. There's something about it that it gives you that, you know, color that you want, but it also, in my opinion, has a natural look to it. You guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's not like an overly blown pink to where you can't really you know, wear it on a daily basis. Like this has been my go-to look lately. If y'all can hear my air conditioner, I'm sorry, but that's just how it works. But it's just been my go-to lately. I think it's so pretty. It's so easy. You really can't screw it up. And whenever I'm done with whatever I've, you know, got left on my brush, I'll just kind of bring it up and kind of blend it out. But it still gives that, and I guess on camera it's not really showing up as muted pink as it really is, but you guys, I love this color. It is just, it's so pretty. Okay, and then what I've been doing is taking another MAC shadow, which is called I'm Into It, and this is also a matte. And I'm gonna show you this color and you're gonna be like, what? But it's, how do I describe this? It's eggplanty with on camera it's showing up more red than it actually is. It's a purple undertone, but it's just perfect for the outer corner. Let's see if I can, and that looks horrifically patchy. I apologize. But I've been just putting this in the outer corner, and I've been taking this Morphe M507, which is just a teeny tiny little wispy brush, and I've just been barely dipping into it. I mean, just a boop, and then just getting it in the outer corner. And it blends so well with that hoe color because they're basically in the same color family, which, I mean, can't go wrong, right? Can't go wrong. But see, isn't that pretty? And I mean, you need the teeniest amount. I'm going to show you guys again. Just a boop. You like my noises? Those are mom noises, because like I'll touch my kids on the nose and go boop. Anyway. Okay. So now that I've got that mostly, you know, in that outer V and then up into the crease, and I'll kind of bring it a little more into my, whatever's left on my brush, I'll bring it in more towards my inner corner, just like that. And mind you guys, I'm not a makeup artist, so if you want to judge me in the comments, you go right ahead. This is just how I choose to do my makeup. And I can tell you, y'all, there are some mean people on the internet. Somebody actually told me in one of my videos that I talk too much. And I just kind of sat there and thought for a minute, like, okay, did you expect to have a two-way conversation with someone on YouTube in a video? And my husband's like, that is the dumbest comment I've ever heard, that you talk too much in a video. And I was like, well, somebody said it on my YouTube channel. I'm just like, you idiot. Anyway, so if y'all think I talk too much, then maybe you're on the wrong channel. Okay, so now I'm going to take another MAC, and this is a Velux Pearl, and it's called All the Glitters. And once again, same color family, but this one is, you know, a shimmer. And the best way I think to apply these kinds of colors, like the Velux Pearls, I just use my finger, and I basically stamp it on my eye, just like that. So there's that. Get a little more to the other side. All right, so then to blend everything, you know, together, I take the same Morphe brush that I used to apply the hoe in the crease, and I just kind of blend everything, and then I take it on the eyelid to blend that I'm Into It with All the Glitters. Kind of gets everything blended, because goodness knows we don't want any harsh lines. Okay. Pretty. All right, so isn't that pretty, you guys? Like, I just think it's so, it's simple, and you know, you need these cute 3 little shadows. And I know, sorry, that was loud. 3 shadows can be high maintenance. I understand that. You guys know how much I love my MAC Wood Winked for 1 shadow look. That was something that I did, you know, for basically a straight year. It was, I just wore the MAC Wood Winked, and I've hit pan on it. But this is a gorgeous 1 shadow look. But I feel like you can get the same, you know, effect. I mean, it's not as low maintenance, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and do some lips real quick. I'm gonna reach back here and I'm gonna reach for, this is my MAC Whirl. I'll go ahead and line my lips here. I'm such a messy lip liner. Are you guys a messy lip liner? Like, I don't know where my lips end and my skin begins. I'm not good at that either. I just do my best, you know, like I said. I'm not a makeup artist. What shows have y'all been watching lately? Because let me tell you, I am ready for some Vanderpump Rules to come back. I follow Brittany on Instagram, and apparently her and Jax got engaged this summer. So which, you know, y'all, Jax is such a, ugh, he's gross to me. But I'm actually pretty excited to find out why in the world this girl would marry this guy, because I feel like he's cheated on her. And if y'all don't watch Vanderpump Rules, you're missing out. I freaking love Vanderpump Rules, and Lisa Vanderpump, like, if I could adopt her, like, as, like, I don't know, my grandma, I would. Like, I love Lisa Vanderpump. Like, she's who I want to be when I grow up. Don't we all, though? Alright, so I'm spending too much time on this lip liner. Alright, and now, y'all like my pretty little setup back here? And now, I'm going to take, this is NARS Chelsea Girls, which is just a typical, really pretty, everyday pink. And I love it. It's such an old, like, school, you know, Chelsea Girls. And I have it in the pot, too. And I realized that having it in the pot, like the little, you know, the little tiny pot, I ended up buying just, you know, the one with the doe foot applicator, because it's just easier just to throw in my purse, because I have been wearing this lip gloss non-stop this summer just because it's so easy. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, oh my gosh, what in the world? Okay, have I lost my mind? Oh, okay, I almost lost my mind because I was like, where in the world? I have like all my like standard makeup like right here in this really pretty acrylic thing. And I moved all my makeup up here this past weekend so that I could start filming and everything up here and doing like tutorials and all this stuff that I do. And I'll just tell you guys, I reorganized everything and put some stuff like in drawers that, sorry, I'm putting my brushes up. Put some stuff in drawers that I don't use on like the daily basis. So I'm reorganizing and I'm like, where did I put my liners and my mascaras? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys are gonna be super shocked at my liners here. Let's see, where's my go-to? Here it is. Of course, it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear in Burgundy Suede. And the reason that I wear this color, and yes, I tightline weared, and you guys can just, you know, if you don't like this part, then you can look away. Let's sharpen it. But this is my go-to color because I feel like it's subtle enough that it's not like, whoa, you know, eyeliner, but it's still got, you know, some definition to it. But I love the color. It's, like it says, it's Burgundy Suede, and it's just a burgundy liner, and I love it. And I do my waterline, and I try to get a little bit underneath the lash line, and then I do the same on top. Isn't it creepy watching someone do their eyeliner? You're just waiting for them to poke themselves in the eye, which is pretty typical of what I do. All right. So let's talk some mascaras while I finish this up. The last time we spoke, I told you guys how much I loved the Chanel volume. And I do. I don't know. I bought a tube of it from Nordstrom. I don't know. I'm going to say like 3 months ago. And I know y'all are going to be like, well, that shit's old now. But I bought a tube of it. And I don't know if they've changed the formula on it or what has happened. But it is so like wet now that I don't know. And I've left it like sitting on my, you know, in my bathroom when I did my makeup down there. I would leave it open for like an hour hoping that it would dry, you know, and cause you know, mascara changes as you use it and the consistency can change, and it can, you know, if it's such a wet mascara, it can eventually dry down a little bit. But I don't know what it is about this mascara, this tube. I don't know. And I think maybe what happened was that the little stopper on the inside that, you know, scrapes all the stuff off just isn't there, maybe. Because look how much gunk is on this brush. Like, I don't know. And it's really sad because this is an expensive mascara. But ugh, I just can't. I can't, like, it's way too wet for me. So you guys are going to be super, like, crazy shocked. If you have not tried this, this is the CoverGirl Professional Remarkable, okay? And I have it in, what color? Very black. This is the tube of mascara that you're going to find on the very bottom little shelf at your local Walmart, Target, whatever. This, I think, is like $3 something. And I can honestly tell you, this is a good mascara. It's all I've been using for quite a while. And I have some MACs in here. I've got the Lancome. I have quite a few in here, and nothing beats this. I love the brush. It's like the perfect, like, just a regular, you know, bristle brush. It's the perfect consistency, like dry versus wet for me. I'm a messy mascara applier. So I need something fairly dry so that I don't, you know, make a globby mess all over my eyeshadow. But if y'all haven't tried this, you should try it. Like, just because it's on the cheaper end and it's at, you know, the bottom shelf at Target or Walmart, who cares? Try it. You never know, because this is like a gem for me. I just can't believe that more people don't talk about this mascara because it's, you know, on the, you know, more inexpensive end of things. Like, why do we have to spend $20 on a mascara for it to work? We don't. This works perfectly fine. And I just love it. I feel like it separates really well and, you know, it gives me the volume that I need. I really like it. And I think if you guys haven't tried it, I think you should try it. Don't be such a makeup snob like I was. It's like, I'm not trying that bottom of the barrel. And I tried it and I'm like, whoa, I love this. What's going on here? Holy 90s with the eyeliner there. Okay. But see, like, I feel like it really, you know, it's pretty. And for me, it's the perfect consistency. I mean, I get that there are people out there that like a more wet, who knows? You know what I'm saying? A more wet consistency or a drier consistency. And that's great. Let me know though if y'all have a really good mascara recommendation, because I'm really struggling. I mean, I've been using this because I really like it and I feel like that it works, but I don't know. I've really been in a mascara, and I told you guys that last summer when I was still filming videos, that the rut is real right now. There's nothing that I can use. And I'll tell you, one of my biggest issues with mascara is transfer. And this will not transfer up here on me, which is, I mean, something that I genuinely look for in a mascara because I have longer lashes and that's a problem. So, I mean, you know, let me know in the comments what you guys think of certain mascaras. I've tried the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I really like it. I feel like the Lash Paradise is basically the exact same thing. And I like the Lash Paradise. I feel like the Lash Paradise dries out on me faster than most mascaras. I usually have to throw that one away within, I don't know, 6 weeks to 2 months worth of use. It doesn't typically last me the standard 3 months that a mascara should last you. It dries out on me pretty fast, so I haven't really repurchased it. I do think it's a fabulous mascara, but I don't like that. I don't like that, you know, it doesn't even last its allotted time that it should be lasting. That's just me. What else have I tried? Well, CoverGirl Lash Blast is in the orange tube, is another go-to that I like. That is a staple that I will usually intertwine with this one when I'm feeling really high maintenance on my mascara days. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what y'all use. And I mean, I don't mind spending the money on a mascara if I know it's going to work, like the Chanel volume that I, you know, love. I don't know. I think that one was just a dud. I don't know what happened because I don't remember it being so wet and so clumpy. So I think the little stopper in there just kind of gave up on life. Sorry, I'm looking down here in my mirror. All right. It looks like I may not need to go Q-tip in it today. I guess I did pretty well even though I'm talking to you guys. So I've been thinking about, you know, doing a Q&A. I don't know if enough people watch me to be that interested in a Q&A. Like I could do a Q&A with my husband or, you know, stuff like that. I don't think he's too hip to be on the internet, but I know if I asked him to be on a video with me, I know he would, you know, because he loves me. But yeah, I don't know if I'm cool enough on YouTube yet to do a Q&A, but I'd be more than happy if you all have questions for me. I know that it's been a real challenge lately for me just because once I got back on here, I had nothing but bad comments, and it really threw me for a loop, and I was just like, wow, like people are so mean, and I just don't get it. I would never get on someone's YouTube and talk bad about them no matter what I thought. Like, I guess I just don't have the cojones for that. But if y'all want to talk crap and tell me I talk too much, that's your problem. You don't have to watch. All right, so there's that. I'm going to show you guys the setting spray and then we'll be done. Oh my gosh, it's like the longest video ever. I've been using the Glam Glow. I bought this because I ran out of my all-nighter and I thought I want to try something new. But this is the Glam Glow Glow Setter. I like it. I haven't used it long enough to really get an opinion, like if it really holds, you know, my makeup. But I'll tell you, one of the things about it is the mister is so fine and so little comes out whenever you're spraying it that you have to get it really close to your face. And you have to spray it quite a bit to get like the coverage that you'd be used to with, you know, 4 pumps of the, ooh, now my hair's all wet, of like the all-nighter where you can just, you know, this one, the mister, and it's a good mister. That's one of the things I like about it. But because it is so fine, you have to get it close to your face. But other than that, yeah. All right, so this has been my everyday go-to. Might be a little high maintenance for some of y'all out there, but I really like it. I've just been enjoying using those 3 colors that I'm from MAC that I just recently purchased. I really like them. I like MAC's consistency. I think their mattes blend like so well. I just really like it. Anyway, just a simple look that, you know, can get you out the door. I realize this was a really long one, but this is what I've been doing on a daily basis. So anyway, I I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And don't forget that I have a blog, and you can go over to my blog. It's diaryofaColorAddict.com. You can check out there. I haven't posted in a while, but there's still cool stuff over there if you haven't, you know, seen it. And you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm The Color Addict, and Diary of a Color Addict on Instagram. So appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.